Hello students, your Shalini Bhatia ma'am is here to teach you today about acids, bases and salts.
The next is the bases. The bases, their physical properties are that they are bitter in taste, कड़वे होते हैं. They are soapy to touch. When you touch them, it appears as if you are touching a soap. They're mildly corrosive. They're not highly corrosive like acids. They convert red litmus to blue. You all know that. Then they are very good electrolytes. Again, they dissociate in water. They are soluble in water, but some are not soluble also. So those which are soluble in water, they are called alkali. So bases which dissolve in water are called alkali. Hmm? All the alkalis are bases, but all the bases are not alkalis. Now chemical properties of bases. Base react, this is a base, sodium hydroxide, it reacts with zinc to form a salt and hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas the similar way as in case of acids, but here you have to little bit heat the solution of sodium hydroxide. Then reaction with acidic oxides. Just now you have seen that reaction in the previous slide. Calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide to form calcium carbonate, which is an insoluble substance and makes the solution milky. Next is reaction with carbon dioxide, that is ammonia plus carbon dioxide plus H2O. Okay, so ammonia plus water which will form NH4OH. So ammonia is a basic gas. It forms urea plus water. Reaction with acid, we all know this reaction. It is a neutralization reaction. The next is classification of base. Bases are classified into strong and weak base. Strong base, potassium hydroxide. Strong base, sodium hydroxide. And it's weak base. When we talk about weak base, magnesium hydroxide is a weak base. Aluminium hydroxide is a weak base. Next is concentrated and dilute base. Concentrated base, as the name indicates, more base, less water. Dilute base means more water, less base. Now comes the three categories of base: monoacidic base, diacidic base, and triacidic base. As you have seen in the case of acids, here also the number of OH minus ions indicates monoacidic. Monoacidic means one OH minus ion, diacidic means two OH minus ions, and triacidic means three OH minus ions, because they are going to neutralize 1, 2, and 3 hydrogen ions. So they are called monoacidic, diacidic, and triacidic. Next is very, very important to understand this topic, that HCl is an acid only in the presence of water. Only in the presence of water. Now, how to explain it with an activity? For that, you will take in a test tube, you will take sulfuric acid concentrated and sodium chloride. When both of these react, they form HCl gas. Okay. Now this HCl gas is taken out from the delivery tube and it is allowed to, first of all, come in contact with dry litmus. Huh? If when it will come in contact with dry litmus, there will be no change in the litmus paper. Blue litmus paper will not change its color. But when you take moist blue litmus paper, then this moist blue litmus paper changes to red. This experiment indicates that HCl behaves like an acid only in the presence of water. Now, what is the reason? The reason is that in presence of water, only HCl will form hydrogen ions. Ionization will take place and HCl will form hydrogen ions. Now let's move to the next very important topic again, how to dilute an acid or a base. To dilute an acid or a base, there is a proper technique. It's not so easy to do that. Like you cannot simply take water and acid and mix them like that, because it is an exothermic reaction. That is why you have to follow certain steps to do this dilution. We always take water in the beaker, conical flask or beaker, and we add acid to it drop by drop, because whatever heat will be released during that dilution process, as I told you, it is an exothermic process, that heat will be absorbed by water. But if you will do reverse of it, if you will take acid in this conical flask and add water to it drop by drop, then the heat which is released in it, that will cause this solution to splash out, and it may cause accidents. Next is a very important topic related to acids and base, that is the pH scale. pH scale is the scale by which we measure hydrogen ion concentration in a given solution, and the pH scale ranges from 0 to 40. Okay, and here you can see the picture of the changes in the color according to the pH in a universal indicator or pH paper. Now, pH is the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. The higher the pH, the lesser will be the the acidic behavior. Means if the pH is greater than 7, the solution will be basic. If pH is less than 7, then the solution is acidic. If pH is equal to 7, it is neutral. So, if we consider hydrochloric acid, then the pH of hydrochloric acid is approximately 1. Less than 7, it is acid. Okay. Next is the salts. The salts are chemical substances which are formed by the neutralization of acids and base. You add acid and base and you get salt and water from it. Now, types of salts, there are neutral salts. Neutral salts are made up of strong base and strong acid. For example, NaCl. NaCl is made up of NaOH plus HCl. NaOH, strong base. HCl, strong acid. Now, the basic salts. Basic salts are made up of strong base. Base strong one. So, it will just weaken the other, that is the acid. The characteristics of acid will be a little bit not seen in that solution. For example, sodium carbonate, it is made up of NaOH, a strong base, while the acid will be hydrogen H2CO3, the carbonic acid. Next is the acidic salts. Acidic salts are made up of strong acid and a weak base, that is AlCl3 is one of the example. AlCl3 is made up of aluminum hydroxide and HCl. So, strong acid. There are different categories of salts on the basis of the radicals which are present in them. For example, if we consider the positive radical, sodium chloride, sodium carbonate. Now, both of these can be categorized as sodium salt. If we consider negative radicals, then you can take, say for example, sodium chloride, calcium chloride. Then both are having chloride, so they can be called as chloride salts. So, family of the salts can be indicated on this basis. Now comes a very important topic, hydrolysis of salts. Hydrolysis of salts means the reaction which take place when you dissolve salt in water. And in that, the acid and base are formed, and on the basis of the cation or anion, the acidic or basic solutions are formed. Okay, so this completes today's session of acid, bases, and salts. Thank you so much.